Nort in the studio.
Yeah, good to see you, Gordy. Nort Johnson with the
Yeah.
Faribault Chamber of Commerce and Tourism.
Yeah, you were the Main Street program.
Main Street program.
I know you got some upcoming events. I was chatting with Kim earlier. We were discussing the elections, which were rather interesting last night.
Yeah, they sure were. You know, outcomes locally. Looking forward to working with you know, a couple new folks on the city council.
New mayor.
New mayor. We've got some experience working on council, so that's not a bad thing.
Right. So it'll be interesting to see if the council decides to just take the next highest vote.
Right, and
person to
they don't. Yeah, and they don't have to by any means.
No,
and on one hand, that seems like a logical way to go.
I think it is.
So it'll be interesting to see when they decide to do that as well.
You know, because there's the danger of the good old, for lack of a better term, good old boy system if you have an appointment.
Right. I agree. So I do want to, for anybody that's listening, well, everybody that's listening, if you're a candidate or not, I think we all have to express some appreciation for these folks' willingness to get involved. That is not an easy thing to step up and.
Well, no, you know, your name's out in public, and then if you don't win, you know.
There's the best way to not win is to never try, right? So I mean, definitely thanks everybody who stepped forward and done that. It's not easy. I did city council in another place in Minnesota for 10 years, Gordy, and I'm very clear on the challenges that go with it. A lot of rewards as well, but again, much appreciation for those who've stepped up.
Well, they put in a lot more time than they get paid for. I know that.
Yeah,
nobody runs to get rich. I'll tell you that.
You don't. That's for sure.
For any city council.
Right. So, yeah, and I'm very happy about the entire slate of candidates in Faribault have kept in line with the community vision process about prioritizing downtown Faribault, revitalizing, keeping downtown healthy, and that's part of my area of responsibility is doing some promotion and doing a little bit of planning and being involved with some committees working on downtown projects. I'm very happy about that.
Speaking of that, there was some special project you were doing with the empty buildings downtown.
There's actually next week a group of folks are meeting to talk about the opportunities for an art space in downtown Faribault. There's other spots in Faribault that may work as well. We're looking at a few different options. I look forward to getting the feedback from these professionals who are coming in with art space to do the evaluations for us, and it'll be great working with them. We get to spend a couple of days with them. I'm always happy to glean some knowledge off of some professionals. It makes me a little bit more dangerous, I guess, right? The more you can pick off and have a little bit of knowledge of. So even if we don't come to a conclusion or name a building or a project.
So we're talking art studios?
It's studios, and it's sort of a combination, Gordy, of renovation and preservation of property, and then with a defined use of visual arts. And that would include opportunities for artists, lofts, places for them to live, and then studio space and expo space or gallery space. So it'd be pretty fun to see how that looks.
A lot of upcoming events we're going to talk about, so stay tuned, folks. Nort Johnson with us from Main Street. Also, he's the marketing director for the city of Faribault. We're going to talk a bit about that. I want to get his take on how he thinks the election might affect all of that. Maybe it won't have any effect whatsoever, but I'd really be curious to hear his take on that, so we'll do that in the next. Actually, you're with the
Chamber of Commerce is my employer. It's the Chamber of Commerce, and I work.
But you're the City of Faribault marketing director, tourism person, right?
Yeah, I guess technically they are
Main Street director.
Yeah, and Main Street.
Because that was brought up here.
All
I don't know if
good.
you had a chance, Nort. I know you're a very busy guy. You're busier than a moth in a mitten. But
okay, yes, moth in a mitten. I did hear some discussion about the potential for tourism office being managed by city.
That's what
Is that what you're getting at?
candidates seem to indicate that they would prefer to see happen. But Kim Anderson, last
Right.
time she was on the show, had a great idea. Sometime you and her, maybe, and maybe we can get somebody from the city on too, maybe Brian Anderson,
Sure.
to discuss this. Because as she indicated, and she's right on this, some of the people I don't think understand how this arrangement works.
It's mostly dictated by law in the managing of the funds. So there's the tourism tax is basically an additional tax for every room night that visitors pay.
And you
so
can't use that for economic development.
No, it has to all go toward marketing and advertising of the city. And it's not our lodging partners, we got great ones in Faribault, by the way. What they do is by law, they have to collect this tax from people that are staying in their properties, and they have to turn that over to the city. So it doesn't come out of their budgets, it's something that they collect as an additional tax. And then the city is required by law to ensure that that's turned over to a local CVB if one exists, and it's used then for the purpose of marketing. And the process of marketing includes everything that I do, everything I purchase. It's all about buying advertisements, developing good plans, and we've got some really fun ones coming up for 17. I got to tell you, Gordy, we've got a pretty high-end mobile marketing plan that I think is gonna really provide some results for additional overnights in Faribault and additional traffic for restaurants and our boutique shopping and our attractions. It's pretty fun. I'll fill you in on that sometime.
Oh, sure.
But we're just fleshing that out now, and it appears as though we did get an award from the state, a dollar award in the form of a grant to help us with that process and expand the effort into Iowa a little bit for Faribault.
So those dollars collected, does that pay your salary too, or how does that work?
Some of it goes into my salary, and some of it the rest goes toward billboards and advertisements, and we're trying to do as much electronic advertising as possible. In fact,
Everybody's on their cell phone.
Yeah, everybody's on their phones. Even if we're buying a print advertisement, the commission has required that everything we buy has a strong electronic component. In other words, if I buy an ad in a AAA magazine, we also need to be on the AAA online versions and be involved with different other electronic components for people getting on their phones and their pads and their computers so they can find us there more and more. That's the way it's going. It's evolving to the point, Gordy, I'll share just a little bit of strategy. It's evolving to the point from a keyword perspective, and what a keyword is are those terms that people will type in when they're searching for something, right?
Like
lodging near me, or good food, or Mexican food, or dress shopping, whatever it would be. Those are search terms. And there's a lot of research that goes into finding exactly what those best search terms are. And so the content, in other words, what's on our website, what's in our stories and our advertisements, the more reflective that is of the most common search terms, the higher up you land when people are doing their searches. So that there's a lot of strategy that goes into that. And then secondly, you can purchase positioning by buying keyword searches. So in other words, if I'm in the Black Hills and I have a lodging property, I would want to purchase Mount Rushmore and hotel.
Sure.
And you bundle those together for your purchase, and then people are going out to see Mount Rushmore and they need a hotel, and boom, you float up. Well, those terms are for sale as well as what you can put in your content. And I've seen them go as high as $7 and $8 per click.
Wow.
For search terms to land up above the fold, so to speak. But we've got a strategy put together where we're combining high value content with regard to search terms relevant to Faribault and relevant to those folks traveling the I-35 corridor. Now, they're getting so refined with the search terms that they're identifying voice-activated search terms, because people from a language perspective, when they're speaking into their phone for a search, they use a few more words and they're a little bit different than when they're typing them in. So the science has really gotten pretty particular. So we're really going after mobile, in other words, voice search terms on an I-35 corridor that relates specifically to people looking for things that Faribault can provide. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and again, that's something that our agency is the Faribault Chamber of Commerce, and it's something that we put together, and with the help of the Tourism Commission, put together a plan and a budget to execute that for 17. So it's going to be pretty wild. The idea that Faribault's got that kind of high-end and well thought out and technical marketing going on is pretty good. So one of the things coming up.
Interesting.
So oh boy, we're halfway through or a little better.
Yeah.
There's some stuff coming up.
I know there is.
So have you seen the posters or heard anything about the first zombie crawl to take place, pub crawl?
Coming up this weekend.
Coming up Friday night. Crazy how much interest there is in those zombie crawls. As you know, the TV series.
It's a major hit.
Yeah, just insane. People are big fans of that type of thing. And we had some.
You watch it?
I get scared easy, and when I see these zombies walking around, and I become a little fearful.
I love horror movies.
Oh, okay, well,
I really do.
Well,
but I don't watch that show. It just doesn't do anything for me.
Well, the popularity of the topic of zombies, and the idea that we had some of our downtown establishments interested in putting something together. We as Main Street helped organize this first one. It's Friday night. We have 6 downtown establishments participating. The former Pub 31, which is Warehouse A now, and F-Town, and Signatures, and Grandpa Al's, and Boxers, and Lorianne's are all going to have some specials for the zombie crawlers. You come and sign up at Boxers, and you get a wristband for $5. And there'll be drink specials at all the places, and there'll be prizes. Everybody's eligible for a prize when they join in. And at midnight there'll be a crowning of the king and queen of the dead. Basically, the best dressed zombies for a male and a female will be crowned at midnight at Boxers.
So this is a costume deal.
It's a costume deal, and we've gotten incredible interest on social media already from folks signing up to go and passing the word along. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's this Friday. And then we jump into hometown holidays. I had to check my phone quick. It buzzed. I didn't know if somebody was texting me that you forgot something, but it was another matter. So hometown holidays coming up. And as always, it's kicking off with Shop Small Saturday. That's Saturday, November 26th. That's a national promotion, which is a big help for our small businesses in Faribault, because they get to brand themselves as Shop Small on a national scale. So you've got these advertisements on national TV, on national social media, and it gives little old Faribault's businesses a chance to pile on to that advertising and marketing effort. So that's a big deal. And we at the Chamber of Commerce and with the Main Street program have dialed ourselves into a supply of Shop Small trinkets and signs and things of that nature. So there'll be a lot of stores participating in that. Also on that day, we've got Santa from noon to 3 with treats for the kids at Hartman Insurance, the old Olympia building on the corner of the big window facing the busy intersection. He'll be in there again. So our friends at Hartman are sponsoring that, and they'll have the fireplace set up in there, and kids can come and visit Santa from noon to 3. So
does Shop Small replace Shop Local Saturday?
It's the same deal.
Just a different name.
That's my understanding.
Okay.
Yep. It means the same. There are also going to be horse-drawn sleigh rides downtown that afternoon. So it'll be a fun and busy day downtown. The following Thursday, that's our downtown holiday open house and voting for the window decorating contest.
I was just thinking of going on a sleigh ride when it's 60 degrees.
Yeah. It's about like deer hunting this last
Yeah.
weekend in the warm, out there in a t-shirt and an
It's just
orange
not right.
vest, just
Not right.
sweating it out. Bugs. I had a few mosquitoes even buzzing around my head in the deer stand this year in November. It was crazy. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more weather conducive to sleigh riding. But so the next Thursday is again our downtown holiday open house. It's December 1st, and that's the window decorating contest as well. Voting for that. Fun theme this year for the window decorating contest. Wrapped in Glory. Wrapped in Glory is
Merlin players, yeah.
yeah, and Mike Lampert, who went to school with him, wrote that, and what a cool production. That's about I'll read this right here. Stories of World War warriors and the women weaving woolens to keep them warm. It's a lot of W work there.
You can say that again.
Yeah, so we're asking our downtown businesses for their themes this year. If they want to do the theme, decorate with a military appreciation and Woolen Mills theme with a holiday spin on it. So that's going to be the theme. But there'll also be those who just decorate in traditional Christmas. So whatever they want to do. And then we're going to have 2 prize categories. So the best theme window, the best Wrapped in Glory window, and then the best overall window, which could be one of those. I know I've got a couple of folks who are interested in decorating sort of in period, a historic period, maybe the 20s or 30s type of decorations in their windows in downtown, which fits with our historic downtown as well. So,
sure.
But we're going to have as many of them on a ballot, a pre-printed ballot as possible that people can pick up downtown and vote. And there'll be a prize winner from among those who voted, a downtown prize basket with goods from different businesses downtown. So that'll be fun. And also, so on that Thursday night, we're going to have Santa again. He'll be downtown from 5 to 8. He'll be from 5 till 6:30. We'll be doing the sit on the lap again at Hartman, and then we'll do Santa's going to jump on the sleigh. So that'd be some pretty fun photo opportunities.
You mean literally jump on the sleigh?
Well, I don't know if he'll jump necessarily. He'll climb or step onto, I suppose, but he'll be on the sleigh riding with people, so that'll be fun. And it's downtown open house, and most of our merchants will have some treats out, maybe some mulled wine or hot chocolate. So that'll be a fun night downtown on the 1st. And then we have our 2nd annual holiday snack contest on December 10th downtown. And kind of the holiday shopping wrap up. We're going to be posting on the social media different specials, different messages from all of our downtown merchants. We've got a pretty good following on the Facebook now, and we're going to make sure that all of our downtown businesses have an opportunity to use that to get their messages out for the Christmas season as well. So should be fun. That annual snack contest last year was just a hoot. The memorable one is Burkittsmeyer Shoes had 2 huge plates of Able Skeevers, and they were awfully popular. So things going on, good reasons to come downtown, get involved.
Now, you know the numbers because you've been in this business a long time, Nort. There's some businesses that are either they make it or they're broken by their holiday sales. Right?
That's absolutely right. I mean, there's a pretty large percentage of sales for many businesses on the retail side take place November, December, and that absolutely can make or break them in a year. I think it's just really, really important for folks to understand. We'll go shop local instead of use the shop small term, but we've got some fantastic businesses downtown, and it's not easy making it in small business. The idea that your small purchase matters, it should be important to everybody. You can get anything that you would want or need in Faribault. And between you take from Ace Hardware all the way down to finally a gift store in Burkittsmeyer Shoes, and that whole section in between, If they haven't got it, you don't need it, really. And then from the entertainment value and refreshment and eating value for downtown, great place to be. So come downtown and help support us so that we can be here for you all in the future. There you go. There's my commercial for shop small,
No,
shop
fine.
local. Patronize these businesses.
I have to tell you, this is my own opinion. I prefer the shop local over the shop small.
I
'Cause
like
you can
that.
shop small and not shop local.
You know what? I have got a deal for you. We've got the I Get It in Faribault program with
Yep.
the chamber. But what I'm going to do with our social media pieces that we're putting out there during December for our downtown businesses, I'm going to use shop local for you, Gordy.
Well, you don't have to do that. I'm just.
I want to. We're going to do that. So, yeah, so lots of fun, lots of things going on. Come down and enjoy, for sure.
So I can, right up to the last minute, sign up for this zombie pub crawl.
Absolutely. Wander right into Boxers is where the sign up will be, starting at 7. The crawl will technically start at 8. And they draw like 16,000 people in the Twin Cities when they have their pub crawl, or their zombie crawl. Just insane what kind of a following that activity has. So we'll see what happens in Faribault. So if you see zombies on Friday night, no worries. They're probably not actually the living dead. They're probably coming downtown to have a good time.
Yeah, but I'm pretty confident they don't have real zombies walking around.
Right on. I hope not. Hey, we've got a couple minutes. We were just going to hit a little bit on the elections and kind of the support for downtown.
Yes. Do you think that it has any kind of effect, I mean, the election on tourism? I'm talking nationally, statewide,
on a national.
locally.
I think that the idea that people are comfortable, we know for sure that if people are comfortable and not worried about national issues, with conflicts with other countries or terrorism or things of that nature, that people are more apt to travel. So if our new president is able to ensure that we have very good relations.
Okay, hold it here. Travel internationally or even
Both,
within the
Gordy.
same state?
Both.
Okay.
Both. If you're uncomfortable with the state of your country, you're more apt to cling to your money and keep it close to you and not spend. Okay? Because you're just not secure with the economy and things that are going on. The more comfortable people are with the economy and the security of our country, the more apt they are to take those trips and enjoy life a little bit more. I'm hoping, hey, all my friends out there, and if we're not friends, maybe we can be. Let's take advantage right now of the lull in the adversarial conversation. Okay, the country's voted, we've declared winners in all these races. Let's take a breath. Let's find our common ground, and let's be humble and kind to one another on the social media, in person. Let's find common ground on solid projects that make a difference locally, because that'll make us stronger as a country. That's my 2 cents on that.
Humble and kind?
There's a song with that in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Always be humble and kind. My honey plays that one frequently. I like to.
It's one of her favorites, huh?
Yeah. Yep. It's a good way to be. I do my best. So, and there you go.
Can you run out in summarize those dates?
I'm going to.
Special
So,
event?
Shop Small, Shop Local is Saturday the 26th with activities downtown.
That's the day after Thanksgiving.
That's 2 days after Thanksgiving.
2 days after,
Yep.
you're right.
And then the following Thursday, December 1st, is the downtown open house. Vote for your favorite windows. Again, pretty cool themes this year. And Santa will be downtown, and there'll be sleigh rides. And then Saturday, December 10th, the annual holiday snack contest downtown Faribault. Our merchants will be competing to see who has the best traditional holiday snacks, and you get to enjoy the process.
The cruises downtown this past summer was such a huge hit.
Absolutely.
I mean, huge success. Wow, it was amazing.
Well, we had put some real solid thought into how we can evolve those, and our friend Lisa Everett had done a survey of the folks attending the year before, and we used that information in order to evolve our event. So we marketed a little bit differently. We made sure that we had some food available outside downtown, and we also were able to let people enjoy an adult beverage while they were downtown at the car cruises, outdoors by the cars. And it made a big difference. We had, from our first event of the summer to the last event this summer, they each grew, and we grew multiplied 4 times the number of attendees from the first one to the last one.
I was just thinking the last 4 weeks, you could have done it.
Yeah, we could have this year.
Now, obviously, it was planned the way it was because you never know what it's going to be like after a certain date. But gee,
you know, one of the beautiful things about social media, there's a lot of not good things about it. I'm not kidding you. I've got an amigo of mine who has an establishment downtown who calls it the anti-social media. People go out less because they can do all their interaction online, right?
I guess. I've got a boogie.
Oh, you've got a boogie. That means I've got a boogie. Hey, thank you so much, Gordy. Always good to talk to you.
You bet. Nort Johnson from the Chamber, the Main Street program. You're in tune to KDHLAM, Faribault, Minnesota.